Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to share with you this black and neon orange skull and roses design. I really wanted to make something without any gems but with just a little bit of glitter nail polish, and I also wanted to use one of my new stamping image plates which I got from AliExpress. So if you're curious to see how I made this, please keep on watching and I really hope you enjoy. So to start off, I already applied 2 thin layers of my favorite Essence SOS Protect and Resist base coat. This base coat just makes sure that my nails won't get stained from any of that black polish. And you know black polishes, mostly these are super pigmented and they stain your nails like crazy. So just make sure you apply a good amount of base coat first. Then for the middle fingernail and the ring finger as well as the thumb, I am going to apply just one good opaque layer of my favorite white nail polish. This one is by Catrice Cosmetics. It is discontinued, but I'm still on the lookout for another good white, super opaque polish by Catrice. So if I do know one which is just as good as this one, I will let you guys know. So just apply one opaque layer and make sure that is completely dry. Then for the other 2 fingers, I'm just using a super opaque black nail polish by OPI. This one is from the Hello Kitty collection from a couple of years ago, but it just really works wonders and I really like the application of this one. It is super smooth and I only applied 2 thin layers to make it completely opaque. I know there are a lot of better, even better black polishes which are completely opaque and just perfect in one coat, but I really like the formula this OPI polish has and it just applies really smoothly. And of course, don't forget to cap off the edges as well. And with black polishes, I tend to be really careful while polishing and just really taking my time around the cuticle area because black polishes are really opaque, as I said before, and you really don't want to flood your cuticles with any of that black polish because it is such a job to get rid of the color in your cuticles when it comes to black. Then for the white nails, I'm going to apply one thin layer of this Flip Flop Fantasy polish by China Glaze. It is super neon, but my camera really doesn't pick up the color as good and it really doesn't do it any justice. It really is a super beautiful coral, neon orangey tone. And just to make sure I clean up my cuticles a bit already, I'm just using one of my cuticle pushers for that and just getting rid of that excess polish before it completely dries. And neon polishes dry up matte and they dry up really quickly, so you do want to do this as soon as possible when you have any flooding or excess polish. And don't forget to cap off the edges again. And remove some of that excess polish if you have any flooding or anything like that. And just to make it really perfect, just use a tiny nail art brush. I think this is actually a tiny lipstick brush I only use for nail art. Just dip it in some acetone of nail polish remover and just remove any excess polish which has gotten onto the skin or around the cuticle area. And you want to do the same thing with that neon polish on the thumb as well. Just go smoothly around the cuticle area, take your time, and really, as I said before, practice makes perfect. So just take your time and practice a lot with painting your nails or just use a practice hand or anything like that. I actually got the shakes a lot in this video, so I did have to cut a little bit and just clean up afterwards because I was just so shaky, my hands weren't steady at all. But for the black nails, I just wanted to add a beautiful coppery orange glitter and like a graphite kind of, like a charcoal kind of glitter nail polish by China Glaze. I think this is so gorgeous, and now when I look back at it, it is a perfect glitter polish for the Halloween season at the end of October. So I'm definitely going to use this polish when it's like Halloween season again too. And I'm just going to do a glitter gradient fade, or however you want to call it. So I apply more glitter towards the cuticle area and just fade it out towards the tip of the nail. And you just apply as much as you want. You could also just apply the glitter on the entire nail, but I really like my glitter like gradient effects. Then for the other nails, we are going to stamp on those a little bit. So I didn't want to have like a massive cleanup job afterwards, so I just applied a good layer of my favorite liquid latex. I just got this from AliExpress by Born Pretty store it is, and it just works really nice. And as you might see in a couple of seconds, when it is completely dry and ready to like go on with your manicure and your design, it will dry up completely opaque, or not opaque, I mean transparent, sorry. And yeah, it's really obvious, and you see right away when it is dry, and you could just go on with your nail design. So just apply a little bit of that, and again, it dries really quickly. And I'm going to use one of my new plates. As you see, it still has the blue like protective film, that little layer on there. So you want to make sure you get that off first, because otherwise you won't be able to pick up any of these images. And I'm just going to take that off, like make a little start with some tweezers and just pull that off right away. And I am going to lay down a little bit of a paper towel to like put the excess polish on, and I'm going to stamp it all on with my Essence clear jelly stamper thingy. It is super squishy, and I really like this one. And I'm just going to start off with a full nail design, just some skulls and some roses, and I'm using a super opaque black stamping polish by Born Pretty store. I also bought that one at AliExpress, and it really works wonders. It is amazingly pigmented. And then just put it onto your clear stamper. And I always do like a first trial run with these images, because it is a new plate and I haven't tried it out yet. So that's why I stamped the first one onto that paper towel, just to check how it would look and how it will work before I put it on my nails and maybe mess up my entire nail design. You never know. So here you just see me stamping the design onto the middle fingernail, and I'm just pressing it and rolling it onto the nail. So you don't want to just press, because that way you won't get the image on the nail perfectly. So I just press it on and just gently roll it onto the nail. After that, I'm just cleaning up my plate with some nail polish remover, and I'm using a little piece of tape to clean up my clear stamper. You don't want to go onto your stampers with nail polish remover, because that will make the stamper really dull and not as transparent as you want it to be. And then I'm also using a little bit of tape for some excess polish on my skin as well. That really works well, and you don't have the hassle of working with like nail polish remover or anything. Then for the ring finger, I wanted to pick up a little bit of this like rose design, and I didn't really have an idea what I wanted to do, other than I really wanted to use the image I already applied to the middle finger, but I wanted to do something different for the other two orange like corally nails. So here you just see me stamping on some of those roses and some thorns and just stuff like that. I really wanted to make it a little bit like grudgy but still cute and girly, if you know what I mean. So for the thumb, I also wanted to use a little piece of that thorny rose part of the plate. I really didn't want to do another full like nail design, so I'm just going to apply a couple of different pieces of those roses and thorns and branches. And it's really up to you how you want to do this. You could also really easily just do the same design on all of the nails, just all the same design. But I like to switch it up a little bit. And here I just applied a couple of different parts of that plate and actually adding a little bit more as I went. So it looks like a full nail design, just one image, but it is a couple of different like pieces from that plate, and I really like the way it turned out. And here you see me applying the last little rosebud, and I really like how this turned out. Then I wanted to apply just a little bit more of that glitter polish just towards the cuticle area, because it wasn't like gradient like enough in my opinion. And I just really like those coppery orangey glitters, so I just wanted to put a little bit more of that onto this like design to make the set really tie in together as one complete design. And after that I just took my non-smudge top coat, and for some reason it did smudge a little bit. I did have a little bit of pulling, but I think that is because the stamping polish is so extremely opaque and so super pigmented that it just pulled anyway. But for some reason it actually turned out really nicely in this design, and I don't really mind that the stamping polish got dragged a little bit. It actually really helps this design tie in and make it just a little bit more grungy. And then for the other nails I just applied a little bit of my regular top coat. And of course make sure you get rid of some excess polish which may have flooded the cuticle area or something. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think and what design you would like to see me do next. And I might even try out some more of these new stamping plates or image plates which I got. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.